We are part of the Fired Up Sports Network of shows. Please check out other Fired Up Sports Network podcasts like the P-Lot Pod, Water Cooler Talk, Bell Smashers, Philly Sports Love and Pain, Drunk on Broad, Beer Battered Sports, and the Fired Up Sports Show, which are available on all major podcasting hosting sites and social media. Also, check out Mark Ramos' Roundup on firedupsports.com, which breaks down the happenings going on with all your favorite local teams.
You're listening to Drunk on Broad, Philly Sports Unfiltered! From Broad Street down to the bank, we bleed red, green, black, blue, and gray. Racial classes, game day pride, Philly's hardware, drunk on the ride. ATL is flying high tonight, Six Stars lights up, the sky's so bright. Flyers crash like thunder on the ice. Philly swinging, everything's nice. Union chanting, passion loud and raw. City of grit, we break every law. Uptown, drunk on broad. No, we don't sleep. City of champions, running deep. For another round, let's make it loud. Feel it forever. We're Broad Street proud. Drunk on Broad, yeah, we're home. Drunk on Broad.
Well, boys, it's
It's summertime. No, I'm
it's
just
not-
kidding.
no. Sick of the snow. I walked out this morning, had no idea it was supposed to snow. I'm out on all things snow. It had all just left. Literally, there was no snow on the ground for about 12 hours.
Agreed. Yes,
And
that happened.
now it's back. And it's listen, I got to give a shout out to my small engine repair guy who we were waiting on a part to be delivered from a website, and it came Saturday morning. I literally text him, I'm like, it just came. He goes, bring it over. 2 hours later, done, have it back, just in time to be able to get
Yep.
the entire neighborhood done. So
See, you're a good dude because there's two snowblowers on my block that don't go past their own pavements. And I told my neighbor as we're out there shoveling, I think it was Sunday, shoveled 4 times before midnight, cleared the whole front of my street, woke up, looks like I did nothing. Went to work, came home, spent 3 hours digging myself out,
Yep.
my neighbor out, my across the street neighbors out, as they're using their snow blowers to just do their own properties. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, if I had a snowblower, I would literally go around my block probably for like 10 hours. I'd be having so much fun doing everybody's drive because I have a snowblower. We need more people like you, Don.
And listen, it was a little bit of a life conversation because Kip was like, oh, well, my friends are shoveling and they're making, and of course, right. It's the high school embellishment, but they're making $300-400. And I'm like, I get it. He goes, can you pay me? I'm like, well, so we're being good neighbors. We're being good people.
Yeah.
We have a 90-year-old neighbor next to us. We got a lady on the other side who just got divorced. We got the boys across the street with their they have a special needs brother that they send out. And like,
wait, they send him out to do it?
They send him out. Now listen,
Seriously, what the fuck?
he cuts the grass.
That's cool.
He does all the stuff, but like he's the guy who will like scream across the street to like tell me to come across the yard to like get the lawnmower started.
Oh, that's cool.
But like the other day he comes out with no gloves, and I'm like, dude, where are the gloves? He goes, they're in my pocket. I'm like, come on, put the gloves on.
Put the gloves on, bro.
But it really does give we were having a conversation because I'm like, your buddies are getting paid because they're doing other people's stuff. I said, if you were going to get paid, I would have to pay you.
Yeah.
So like, but I said, I literally offered, I was like, if you want to go and shovel with them, have
Go.
at it. I'll drop you off. No big deal. No, like, but we just, I get such a kick out of it. But it's such a JO move to have one and then to only use it for yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you got one, like I'm at the point now where I've thought about like how do I get one on the front of the car?
Oh yeah. Well. Yeah.
Just like
My
What kind of
street's
car do
still
you have?
not
that's kind of where
plowed.
I'm at because I'm like I'll be done in 4 minutes.
Yeah, dude, it'd be so. Oh man,
Crazy.
I don't mind it. I like doing it. It's good exercise, but
Mhm.
like my back has not.
Shot.
It's shot, and it's just. I'm so fucking tired. Like,
What
I
kind of
still
car do you
haven't
have,
gone
Don?
up.
What's up?
What kind of car do you have?
It's a Highlander.
Oh,
you-
dude, you're sad.
And I like
There's got to be a way.
listen,
There has to be a
maybe
way.
like when the kids like are like both off in college and I'm like maybe then I'll just like do it on the side.
Yeah.
But like but I love it. And I like I get a kick out of like figuring out like what's the best pattern, what's the best pathway, how do I get it done so that I'm not over like it's I love it. But
You
to
have
me
it down.
it's
You
like
try to get it down to a science, Don.
you would right, you would think, right?
The science of
Sorry.
selling yourself short.
Nah. So I mean, uh, but the one watching the Olympic hockey was incredible while we were snowed in. Two, the visions of Clearwater are keeping me alive and warm. But the underwear Olympics are happening right now out in Indianapolis. Right, you've got a lot of combine talk. You've got the entire league there, so the entire league is kind of talking right there. There's a lot of chatter. Talk to me about where you guys want to start because there's guys that are not under contract that it seems like the direction that they're going is going to be more in the direction of bringing back guys internally more than bringing guys in from other organizations. And then let's start there. What are your priorities in terms of like the guys that you want to bring in or bring back?
I mean, number one has to be Dallas Goddard, especially at this point with no tight ends actually signed to your active roster. Flamethrower would be way cooler than a
Yeah,
snowball.
right.
It would be pretty fucking cool,
Seriously,
but I would not want to see the burns after some
no,
of the
not at
idiots
all.
who use those. What's up, Chris?
Yeah,
Dallas Goddard's got to be number one for me, especially like everybody was reporting. I love the rumor reports, and it's the Eagles are looking at Kyle Pitts. As soon as I see anything Eagles related to free agents, I know it never gets done. It just makes me laugh, and I'm like, and then as soon as I read that, 15 minutes later, it said Atlanta is expected to franchise tag Kyle Pitts, and I'm like, well, there goes the top tight end in free agency. So
right.
you kind of have to bring Goddard back, which I'm completely fine with, especially if it's
Absolutely. Yeah.
a friendly deal. I mean, career highs in touchdowns, but yards and receptions were pretty down. I mean, I feel like that was the way for the Eagles anyway.
But healthier.
But healthier, I mean, I'll take that. He didn't get his arm twisted and slammed to the ground and had it broken like in previous seasons. So it's always looking up. Prioritizing Jalen Phillips. They said they're probably going to get a deal done with him, which is nice. N'Kobe Dean came out and said he really doesn't want to go anywhere. He'll take whatever to stay. I mean, that's a good 1 year prove it deal.
For sure.
Especially, it's health wise. It's not the fact that he's a great player, it's the fact that he's always missing games. They're the positions I'm prioritizing. I think you got to let Reed go, and
Yeah.
you
I,
look for another journeyman cornerback and try to draft one. That's what
I,
I'm looking at right now.
listen, I think you have some flexibility at that position because of the guys that you've drafted, right? You've got some depth at safety in terms of like you've got Andrew Makuba coming back. You've got Sidney Brown. You've got some depth, right? It's not extensive, but I think very similar to depth that you would see on a lot of other contending teams.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have a tight end on the roster, so
No.
like they're
They have no options.
right. So they're going to have to have that. That is like it's not priority number one, but on offense, it seems like it's
Right
should
up
be
there.
like a number one priority.
Yeah.
For nostalgic reasons, I know I texted you guys about this, but any interest in No Yak Zach?
Yeah, I mean, I would take
Mhm.
Zach Ertz as a number 2. Like,
Sure.
why not? You know, he's still reliable to catch a 4-yard pass. He did it for the past 2 years with
3.5.
the Commanders, 3.5. Yeah, and then sometimes he'll
And then he
dive
falls.
forward. Yeah, and then he
Three
falls.
three in a cloud of dust.
He falls.
I mean, I'm content with that. I don't mind bringing them back and still drafting a tight end. I mean,
Yeah, he's 11 catches away from being the
Yeah, I mean,
all-time.
they should. They really should. I mean, he was still productive. He played 13 games
yeah,
before he messed
God.
up his knee. I mean,
Well,
at his age, he's still
that was a fucking
perfect.
hospital ball that was
That was
thrown to him
awful.
too.
That was. Oh, I just like PTSD remembering that
For
play.
sure.
My heart broke
Um,
for him.
But
yeah,
when
but
you
you got to bring in a guy. You got to bring in whether it's a free agent or in the draft or both. You,
it's got to be both.
like, why can't they just get a guy that can catch the ball and block? Is that just too much to ask?
I mean, Joe, that guy does exist, right? Kenyon Sadiq is from Oregon is and can be exactly what you're describing. Um, I just don't see them spending
That
first
high.
round capital on that position. That's just not how they build this team. That pick in that first round, and I heard Dave Zingaro talking about it today. That pick has got to be earmarked offensive line because
Lane Johnson.
with Lane Johnson kind of at this point year to year, with Landon Dickerson and his health and the way that is a very tentative situation. You know, we talked last time about Cam Jurgens going down to Columbia to get his, the
Them seals.
the stem cells. I think you can get a quality
Yeah.
starter guy, and it could be, and you put him in a room with those 5 guys, and you now do not have to worry about the tentativeness of that position. And you can also have a guy. I know that they came out and said that Tyler Steen is the starting right guard, but like you can put Tyler Steen in a position that he's going to have to keep playing for his job.
Yeah. Last year.
And I know there is some conversation surrounding the wide receiver position because of all the drama that's going on with AJ Brown. I got to be honest. I mean, to me, that seems like the way that it's playing out seems like it's a whole lot of smoke.
It's
and
so
not
much smoke.
and not a lot of fire because it's just the for them the cap hit that they would take.
It's too much.
It's
And you can't sign Coop and you can't sign Quinion. It fucks you so bad.
Yeah. So to me, that is like that's off. It's off the table, and this team is not in the business of getting rid of bad guys. And
You
and
can't
who,
trade good
and
players.
who are you like? Who do you replace him with? Because
No
You're
one.
taking a big hit.
you're going to
You're
take a
not going to
huge hit.
run. I mean, as much trouble as he's supposedly caused, it's I don't know. It really comes down to risk reward. Like
Mhm.
how really was he in the locker room? How does the team respond to him not giving 100% effort too? I mean, I get it. I get it. You're frustrated. Guys get frustrated all the time, but you can't not give 100% in a game like the 49er game.
Mhm.
It's just that can't happen. Like I get it, but you still got to go out there and show up and play from the snap of the ball to the end of the game. Little things, blocking your guy,
For sure.
catching the ball, diving for the ball. If he dives for the ball on a couple of those plays, we could have been talking about a win, but it's a financial thing too. There's so many things involved with it. You definitely take an offensive step back if he's not out there, because
For
the
sure.
defense is lining up and how they game plan for your team. It's definitely going to be different. So if he does really want out and he still wants to, and that's best for both sides. You got to have a plan B. I mean, I don't know how you do that. Like with the financial fallout of all that. Like it's not like plug and play. Like look at our track record of drafting receivers other than
Yeah.
Devontae Smith. So
Yeah.
You can't have a plan B when you can't afford anybody. Like
yeah,
that's
well, it would have to be in the draft, but
yeah.
it's flip a coin.
Yeah,
But
but even then you waste like
Waste the pick
you
on a
waste a
premium
pick
position.
on a fucking wide receiver and that you really don't need. You could just have. I mean, the Titans did the same fucking thing. Oh, we're gonna trade him and draft the replacement for AJ
Straight
Brown.
up.
It doesn't work like that.
Right.
Like
correct.
it just doesn't work. So I'm not trading AJ for a second and third round haul. Like for what does that do for me?
That's not a haul.
That's not a haul.
No.
Oh, we'll give you a player that we can't pay. Like, doesn't make sense. It's the problem is it's a bunch of fucking idiots making up rumors and lies and just fishing for something.
For sure.
No one's came out and said AJ's a bad teammate. Has anybody came out and criticized George Pickens on the Cowboys for giving up in like 6 games this year? No, and they plan
No.
on franchise tagging the dumbass.
Correct.
Like when you have good players and they do stupid shit, you handle it internally and you let it go.
Hmm.
They need AJ Brown. Jalen Hurts needs AJ Brown. This offense needs AJ Brown. He had a terrible year and still had over 1,000 yards.
Correct.
Yeah.
Imagine with competent play calling, like we've been saying all year. I mean, he caused the stink this year, but guess what? We watched the same shit that he played in. And we agreed after week 3 that changes should have been made, but nothing was done. It's the repetitive things that we've been saying all year. AJ was not wrong. How he went about it, probably not the best, but I can't say anything he said or did was wrong. The
Correct.
giving up in some of the plays and the drop, it happens. Like I don't like saying it happens because I'm an effort guy. I love effort, but it does happen. I'm not going to hold a few bad games against this guy for his career of what he's done as an Eagle. I'm just not going to do that, and I'm not going to say, "Hey, New England needs a wide receiver. Let's take your number 31 pick and somebody else shove it up your ass. We don't need it. It doesn't benefit us. $78 million like is the cap hit or something outrageous over the next 3 years. Okay, well there goes our secondary. The trickle down effect is it doesn't stop just with AJ. It
Too much.
stops
It's
with
too much fallout.
it's too much fallout for the rest of the team.
Yeah.
And that your super trading AJ Brown immediately closes your Super Bowl window. That's it.
100%. Yeah, you are
That's it.
you are not winning a Super Bowl without him on this roster. The reason
Agreed.
that this offense works as well as it does, the way that it is currently constructed, is because you have both of those guys on the field at the same time.
Yeah.
And you have to pick one. If you put Devontae Smith on the field by himself, who is playing opposite of him? Like you're not constructing a Super Bowl roster with a rookie wide receiver
No.
and a third wide receiver in Darius Cooper.
Yeah.
That because that's your alternative.
Especially
Right,
where
Jahan's
we're
not
going to be
coming back.
yeah. Especially
John
where we're
not,
going to be
not
drafting
coming
from.
back. I know that there's conversations with like Romeo Dobbs because of the connection with Sean Mannion.
But he's
And
gonna want. I mean, then you got to throw a third receiver, second or third receiver money.
like
Just
now you're talking about like just like aging guys after like that to me is like the getting rid of him doesn't make you better. I don't care what the locker room looks like. I don't care what, because I really do think that the guys in the locker room like him.
They
The
do.
guys in the locker room like what he does, likes how he pushes the needle, likes how he pushes the envelope to be able to get guys to be in those uncomfortable positions.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, right? Like he can play that role and just sit back and say nothing. But that's not the type of leadership role that he provides. And
Yeah.
I think they'd be lying if they said they didn't. They don't crave that stuff, because they do. And
He doesn't walk on eggshells. Like
no,
AJ doesn't walk on eggshells. He
and nor
literally
should
tells
he.
it how it is and says, "This is the way it is. We suck. We need to get better."
Right.
Like he's not like tiptoeing around things. He's saying it how it is. Cooper DeJean loves him. Like he told Coop, like, "Yo, I'm gonna make you into a fucking all pro corner," and he did. Like their battles in practice make everybody better.
Yeah,
It's this is what you want from your leaders. His impact in the locker room and on the practice field and on the field make everybody else better.
for sure.
So for the Philadelphia media, oh, you're such a crazy, you should shut the fuck up. This is why I haven't listened to sports talk radio in Philadelphia in fucking 7 years. Because
So bad.
it's so asinine that they just look for shit and they still fucking hate Jalen Hurts. And they
Clickbait.
still like it's a joke. Like at this point where we are with media altogether, it's a fucking joke. It's a circus. It's an entertainment. Like you can't even call it sports talk radio. It's sports entertainment radio. I'm gonna throw a bullshit take to the wall and hope it fucking sticks. And then I see clips from like John Kincaid, who's like the only one who's quasi normal, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like
Yeah.
this is the dude who's making sense right now. While all you other idiots, oh, trade AJ. And then everybody's have called in to the radio station every single fucking day. Like they should just be part of the fucking show as the Looney Tunes. Oh,
I
AJ
mean,
Brown, he's so fucking terrible. I can't believe he does this to our team. It's like you have
really,
two 1,000-yard wide receivers. How many other teams had that this year?
Yeah, and they had down years.
And they had a down year.
this is a bad year.
So tell me what two other teams have that. Or name me 10 teams that had that this year. Because I'm pretty sure there's only like 5 teams who had multiple 1,000-yard wide receivers.
Yeah.
And then what? You trade them and then you draft a guy at the 21 spot. We'll just say they want to go wide receiver. It's not like it was the year when the Bengals got Jamar Chase. Like there's no Jamar Chases in this draft.
There's none of those
Jeremiah
guys are out
Smith
there.
and Ryan Williams come out next year.
Next year.
So those are the guys you want. So what are you going to do? You're going to trade and be like, you know what, we'll wait till next year. Your Super Bowl window's gone. Like we know better. Like we're not idiots. I'm very glad I do this podcast with you two because you guys aren't fucking idiots.
Well,
Listen,
I've had my
I mean,
moments.
listen, the boss lady might have something to say about that.
Well, our wives, their opinions don't matter when it's right
Hey,
now. Okay,
hey, babe, what do you think?
you're fucking idiots. Damn it, James. All right, I'm just saying, they're
Jeez.
not.
Talking that football shit.
What the fuck is a foosball, Bobby?
Home
God
run.
damn it. But it's just frustrating. Like I
For
hate
sure.
every article that I got today from Yahoo was AJ Brown likes is AJ Brown going to be traded? Or I see a fucking article on ESPN, is AJ Brown going to be traded? I'm like, is this all we have to talk about? We can't talk about how the new look here's my article I would put how the new look Eagles offense benefits AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Saquon Barkley.
They don't want to. They don't
Yeah.
want. There's no positive
No,
spin.
exactly, Joe.
Philadelphia and positivity. It's they can't do it.
Well, those two things are oxymorons, because
Correct.
everything that you've heard. Think about the clips that you've heard from the players, the clips that you've heard from Devontae, the clips that you've heard from AJ, from Saquon, right? All of them sound like, from what they've heard about what this offense could be and the way that it could be designed, they seem excited.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the stuff that I'm focused on. All the other stuff you gotta like that's the stuff that like you tune out, and you just you know that like inevitably that stuff is all just it's such just noise, and it's like speaking just to speak, but not speaking with any kind of like substance.
Yeah.
And like to look at the way that they are talking about this offense and what this offense could be, and the way that it's going to be designed to be able to run routes with guys in space, to be able to maximize matchups, to really manipulate the defense, to be able to have to focus on one player and then pivot to another. That's that to me has me excited about what this offense could be.
Hell yeah.
I mean, what makes me apprehensive a little bit is there's not a ton of coaching experience on this staff.
Yeah.
This is a really young staff.
You got to start
Especially
somewhere,
for
though,
a
right?
team that, what's that?
Got to start somewhere, though, right?
Oh, yes, very
You
much so.
do.
But when
You
you're talking about a team that is right in the middle of that Super Bowl window,
Yep.
they've already taken they already took the hall pass year. Like last year was the hall pass. This year, you can't afford to have a figure it out year.
Yeah.
Like, and you're putting in a new offense with a OC that's never called plays, with a staff that is young and inexperienced. That's the stuff that I'm like,
But he's audibled out of plays, though. So, I mean, there's that.
okay.
He's been in the huddle. He's called a few audibles. I'm assuming. Yo, he was Brandon Cook's quarterback.
Hey, that might wind up being our third receiver.
Yo, he actually didn't play terrible with Buffalo. He was
He
Buffalo's
did
best
not.
wide
I
receiver.
mean, he still has a little bit of juice in the tank. So
And we don't throw to our number 3 wide
no, I
receiver
mean
anyway,
he's
so
pretty much
fucking throw him
irrelevant
out there.
anyway.
Yeah. John Dawson got a half a target a game.
The thing of the what's going to come down to this year for this team and these players is Jalen and his ability to adapt and want to do what Sean Mannion wants to do.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
if things start to go sideways a little bit, who's going to be able to right the ship? Who
I
who's
think
going to
that's
take the
why.
who's going to take the reins on that? The
Yeah.
quarterback, the coach? I mean, the coach could do it last year with a guy that was there for years. I mean, not in that position, not in that role, but who won a Super Bowl but didn't know what he was doing. And then Nick was like, I don't know what to do. So, how does that translate to this year? I mean, obviously, Manning's going to go take his lumps and go through his bumps and bruises, but it's, you know, how effective is it? We could talk about it and we could see the plays and we could see what he's been connected to, but when he's out there and it's game 1 or game 4 or game 7,
Yeah.
how's that going to translate to the field, and how are it comes down to execution. But I think you have a shot. You definitely have a shot if the guys are willing to adapt and want to be a part of it. And if these guys are the offensive line is healthy. I mean, it doesn't matter what plays you're calling, what your scheme is. If these guys aren't 100%, it doesn't matter. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's key to get these guys back and ready to roll. Having Lane back, having Landon back, that's absolutely going to help. Now, how is that going to translate to, scheme and all that with Stout not being there too? So there's a lot of things that you have to factor in, and you got to see how that looks on the field.
Yeah. I
agreed.
mean, the changing of the guard is happening. I mean, I think Stout comes back after Sirianni's gone after this year if they don't do well. But I mean, it's an evaluation year. This is the year where you look, and I am not going to get rid of Tanner McGee. Just Tanner McGee is staying because this is the year. Like honestly, I think as important as Jalen has been to this team, I think this is the year. You bring in a new offense, we see how he adapts to it. Um, if he struggles, I think it's time for they're going to call for his head. They're going to call for Sirianni's head, and at that point, with your prototypical pocket quarterback who goes through his progressions and his reads, maybe it's time that you move on. And
Yeah,
I mean, the salary doesn't kill you with getting rid of him. I don't want to get rid of Jalen. I think Jalen is a top 5 quarterback in this league. Um, it's just the hypothetical what if he doesn't adapt? What if he can't do it? I think he'll be completely fine. You saw how he was stellar with Kellen Moore and the movement on the offensive side of the ball. Hey, if Mannion is drawing up the same or equally the same plays as Kellen Moore, we are going to feast. It is going to be a fantastic year, and we have nothing to worry about. On the other hand, we have things to worry about. But I don't really see our offense being the problem if Mannion is able to execute the plays that he wants to, and Jalen's able to do what he needs to do and utilize the middle of the field. You need Goddard. You need the guy who's going to be your security blanket across the middle of the field. You need a guy who can block at the tight end position. You need to find offensive line help. You need good
Absolutely.
backups. You can't have Pryor and
Guy
Toth.
Becton.
And hey, I'll take Becton back all day. He's going to be fucking dirt cheap because he was the worst ranked guard last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hey, man. And then worst comes to worst, they go 2-2 and they fire Sirianni. Stout will come back. I mean, you just
Yeah.
I'm just under the assumption that this man just doesn't like Sirianni, and I think we're all in the same boat.
Yeah,
So,
I think.
Well, he definitely rubbed them the
Yeah.
wrong way, and he
Yeah.
was like, I'm not having that.
but
I
it's
think-
it's going to
yeah.
be interesting.
I think free agency is going to tell you a lot about roster construction and how much that if you start to see them identify different types of players than we're traditionally used to
Yeah.
seeing them, right? Like Rich and Mekhi Becton is a perfect example, right? Guy who fit really well in the pre-existing offense. Is that a guy that they identify as a guy that they with a skill set that they want to implement, or are they looking to implement a skill set that might be a guy that might be a slighter build, but a more athletic at that position? Like is the that's where I'm curious to see like the not the guys that they bring back internally, but like anybody that they bring in from outside the organization, especially on offense. I know that there's some there are some names out there DB wise that would be intriguing to pair with Quinn. I know Jimmy Ward in Cleveland is a name that's come up a little bit.
Denzel Ward or Jimmy
Sorry,
Ward?
Denzel Ward.
Because
Denzel.
I also do believe Jimmy Ward is a free agent, but I do not want 33-year-old cornerback
I
Jimmy
think
Ward.
Denzel.
I will take
Right.
Denzel.
Denzel
Leave Jimmy.
Washington.
And then
Yeah,
there's
Denzel Washington. All right.
there are some DBs coming out of Seattle that
Yep.
could be
Mhm.
intriguing to pair.
We got a guy named Keely Ringo. Be
Yeah.
real interesting.
Just take
pair.
him.
It's
Take
his year, baby. It's his year.
Just you can throw.
You
He's a
could
throw
probably
in.
trade him for a bag of used golf balls from a driving range.
Yes.
I'll take him.
It's
It's a steal.
but as far as draft wise,
Just
what are like if you had to, and I know we touched on it a little bit, but like if you had to think about like what are the three positions that you would be good with them drafting in that first with those first couple picks?
tackle,
Yeah.
guard, safety corner.
Okay.
In that order. Tackle, guard, safety corner. I'm fine with any of it. And I'm fine with, hey, if there's still a tackle or a guard that's on the board and we can move back and get another asset, I'm fine with doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, Howie's going to make things happen, but we need to address this offensive line because how atrocious it was when Lane and Landon were out. It just.
You bring back Fred Johnson?
Yeah, I'm bringing back.
Yeah, I
Fred.
mean, you can never have enough depth. I mean, what's
If you
his
use
deal?
him
Is
right.
was he a 1 year?
I
Was
mean-
that a 1 year deal?
It was a 1 year deal. Like
Yeah, I mean,
he had
he
signed the 1
he
year
could come
deal.
back, and Matt Pryor can kick rocks. Brett Toth can kick rocks.
Please.
I don't know, Bob from Home Depot, whoever the other third guy was, I'm not sure, but whoever we bring, it's going to be better than that. But yeah, those guys should not see the field. You have to have guys that can start. I mean, they don't have to play. be world beaters, but they have to be able to. They got to be able to come in and finish a game
Yeah.
or do some spot starting.
They have to
That
know the
it's
fucking
crucial. They
playbook.
they they totally dropped the ball on that this
Yeah.
season. They had, Matt Pryor comes in the game and the guy, I think the first play he gave up a sack. So, I mean, I don't think he saw him again after that. But Fred Johnson, absolutely. Makai Becton, like it's a scheme thing too. Like you guys just said, it's does that fit? Do those guys fit
Yeah.
for what this offense needs to run at the highest level? So, but if they do, then it's a no brainer for me because they're going to be, they're going to take team friendly deals to stick around in this environment. So, but yeah, draft, and you have to draft Lane's replacement. You have to
Yeah.
because
The one of those
he's
first two
one
picks.
play away from a bad injury. If he has a season ending injury, that's it.
Yeah, he's done.
You won't see Lane again, and you
Yeah.
might not see him after this season anyway. This might be, he might not be saying that out loud, but probably I'd say 70 to 80% at least. Like this is probably his last year, just because of his
Yeah.
age, his injury history. He has nothing else to prove.
None.
You could say the same thing about Landon Dickerson too.
Yeah,
He could be one injury away from being done.
Yeah.
he
So
came back. He came back. I think because Lane said he was coming back. If Lane was on his way out, I think that Landon might have been on his way out.
it
Yeah,
very well could have
1000%.
been.
So, and then you're really up shit's creek because two Pro Bowl starting linemen are gone.
Mhm.
And that's you can't fix that in a season. You could try to draft the replacements, but it's like you're flipping a coin. So yeah, offensive line, offensive tackle, guard, absolutely, and yeah, cornerback too. For me, it's cornerback too because you don't have cornerback two right now,
Yeah.
and you need a guy that can come in and play right away. And financially, I just don't know. There's so many moving parts with this team now with who's going,
Yep.
who's staying, and then you've got to start paying all these young guys
Yep.
on the defense.
Yeah.
So
And I think
it's a
the message,
lot. There's a
yeah,
lot to go through.
here in the message from Howie Roseman, right? Kind of letting everybody know we can't pay everybody. And there are going to be some very, very difficult conversations that are going to happen. But I think the only way that that first pick is not Lane's replacement is if there is a repeat situation of what happened with Quinion Mitchell. Like
Yeah.
if there's a guy there that may or may not be a position of priority, but the value of that
He
player at
falls.
that spot is
Mhm.
Yeah.
just we just cannot say no. Then that I think that's the only way that happens.
Yep.
And Rich, I think the scenario that you were bringing up, I think is probably the most likely considering where they're picking. Right at that pick at what 23, I think the most likely scenario is that they try to fall back to 25, 26, pick
Pick
up
up a pick.
pick up an early second, right, and really start to because they know
Yeah.
that they have to build that offense the way that they built the defense because
Yeah.
they're going to have to start paying the guys on defense the way that they've paid the guys on offense.
Yep.
It's not sustainable the way that they have it right. Again, we know that they cannot pay everybody, and we know that they'll be creative enough to be able to prioritize certain things so that they're not in a situation where the quarterback's getting paid $65 million and then they can't pay anybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, who's up? Ajomo is
He's probably the next guy up, and I would probably
um,
tell you the most likely scenario with that is probably the same thing that played out with Milton Williams. Right? He's a guy that's going to play himself into a huge deal somewhere else.
because I mean the amount of money that these guys are making at all these positions is just like you can't keep up with that financially.
No,
I mean,
which
the
would
cap's
surprise
going
me
up, but
if they're
you
drafting
know,
a defensive tackle
what
too.
do you do with Jalen Phillips? Nolan Smith is up for
Yeah.
payday.
Mhm.
Jordan Davis is up for a payday. You hope N'Kobe Dean takes a team friendly a deal, but there's teams out there that just have just boatloads and boatloads and boatloads of money that might just say, here's 12 million. Here's 12 million a year.
Yeah.
Here's 14 million a year. Here's 15 million a year.
Well, you
You
got
know
teams like the
what? The
Chargers who have a
Raiders or
ton
the
of money.
Chargers or somebody who's just got
So the Raiders have,
somebody's gonna overpay, and it's like
yeah, the Chargers have nobody to pay yet.
Yeah,
Like their
right,
their guys are still,
for sure.
they got lucky with, Lad McConkey and Quentin Johnson. Quentin Johnson, I think, is probably next year. He's only been in the league for 3 years, so
Yeah,
this will be his fourth year. So, a lot of teams are, but even then, like if teams are going to throw big money at these guys, they're not going to be able to pay players. So you wish this could be like fantasy football. You wish it could be like Madden. You could turn the salary cap off, but you can't. So you're going to lose players, and you're going to lose guys that you're like, damn, I wish we could have kept the Jomo. I wish we could have kept N'Kobe Dean or Jalen Phillips or X, Y, and Z. But at the end of the day, they're going to get paid by other teams,
right,
and that's why you have the draft. That's why you make these decisions that we
right.
have to do. It sucks. I wish we could keep them, but hey, man, go get your fucking bag. Like,
right.
go get your bag.
And
It's
then you do, what about how about you? And then the elephant in the room is Jalen Carter.
yeah,
You
Yeah,
know, if they're just if they're keen on doing that, paying him, he's probably going to be the highest paid defensive player in the
for
NFL.
sure,
So
for sure.
and then the trickle down of the fallout of that is so
You're
what
gonna
is
have
it? It's
listen.
your line. It's Jalen. You're paying Jalen Carter, and you're paying Q, and you're paying Coop, and then there's no money. There's no money. Then it's all draft picks
Yeah,
or old head defensive players that are off the scrap heap. So
we
yeah,
need to see what Jalen Carter does this year, fully healthy with two
yeah,
good
I mean
shoulders.
he's playing himself into a deal.
Yeah,
If
like
he comes in, no bullshit, he's in shape, and he's healthy, and he just is a dog like the Super Bowl year.
mhm,
yeah,
Then I mean, I guess you got to pay him. Obviously, you put all that crap in his contract. All the you got to hit these numbers, and you spit. Yeah,
mhm.
your contract is void if you spit on another player. Like, there's a
yeah,
lot of things that go into that have to get inserted into that deal for them to
Yeah,
back up the Brinks truck and pay him. But it's a lot, and I mean, I'm so glad that we have Howie that's in charge of doing
for
that
sure.
yeah,
because if there's
And you,
anybody that's going to be able to maximize who's staying and draft picks and this and that and making it up, plugging it in and making it all work, it's Howie Roseman. So
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, we know that this is a top-down organization, right? The head that Howie Roseman is above the head coach. We know that that's where this team is built. So,
Yeah.
and his track record speaks for itself. So, like the thing that makes me feel good about the positions that we're talking about, those are all positions that are going to be deep where they're going to pick.
He's
So,
drafted more Pro Bowlers in the past 2 years than the GM of the Bills did his whole career there.
yeah,
It's pretty
it's
incredible.
it's pretty wild. But this
he's
position,
finally
like
getting it right.
at this part of the draft, right? You're going to talk about positions that are deep, DB, and offensive line.
Hmm.
So, like,
Load
it,
up.
yeah, if you want to talk about right there, there's a couple kids from from there. There's the offensive tackle from Georgia. You're talking about Caden Proctor, who's a guard tackle from Alabama. Avion Terrell is the kid from Clemson. Like there's gonna you're gonna be in the mix to be able to have your pick of a position that you desire.
Yeah.
So that to me is something that I feel pretty good about.
I need
They
a
should ask
rumor to
Lane.
I need a rumor to come out about Ruben Bain, so he just drops all the rotations.
Rich just
Good luck
dropped.
with that, Rich. Good luck
I
with
have.
that.
Just drop
I
it.
seen him strangle a baby duck
They
in the
should
Everglades.
consult like they did with Kelsey with
With your,
Jurgens.
your AI videos.
Yeah. Fall to the Eagles. Fall to the Eagles.
They gotta consult Lane on who he thinks should be his replacement.
Agreed.
Listen, Joe, it would not surprise me if he's
Why
having
not? I mean,
if he's in the building having those
he's got
conversations.
the. I mean, he walked it. I mean, he's got to see. He's got to be following. Following these guys. So,
Yeah.
you know,
For sure.
they've got to. It's a position that they can't. You can't ignore it, and you can't wait until. I mean, maybe the second round, but you can't go past the second round. That has to be the pick in the first or the second, unless they got something up their sleeve on making a move for somebody else in the league. But
Who knows?
I just don't know who that would be.
Joe,
Has to be
I'm
addressed.
curiously optimistic as to how they construct this roster, but I'm not. I don't have a lot of fear that it's going to
No,
go poorly in
not
terms
at
of
all.
the guys that they bring in and the roster construction.
Yeah.
No,
So,
because look at what they did this season.
mhm.
I mean, defensively, everything was in place other than the coordinator didn't he failed at his job, and it 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 ruined it put a handcuff on our season for the whole season.
Mhm.
Because if we had an average to slightly above average offense, not even above average, if we had an average
An
consistent
average
offense
offense.
every single game for the whole year, we're probably in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. Um, the conversation about playing internationally, right? I know that they've got the Commanders are going to host a game internationally. Um, obviously, that because they play in the division. The Jaguars are hosting two games. The Eagles are supposed to play at Jacksonville. There's a decent chance that one of those three games might be one of the international games that they play. Um, I don't mind the international games. Those are like I like when they're on, but I don't love when they are our game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I hate the 9:30 starts on Sunday morning for I just hate it. And it's never good football. Like none of
No,
the
it's always
games are
No, it's
ever any
brutal.
good.
It's a drag for the team. I mean, and the players. Like, it's a distraction. You know, there's travel in the league no matter what, but you're traveling to California or you're traveling to Texas. I mean, isn't there games in freaking Australia this year?
yes,
Yeah.
Like, that's egregious. I mean, you need like a 2 week bye if you're going to be doing that. You're going to need at least 2 weeks off for these guys to get back, get healthy, get their body clocks and their mind clocks, everything back and on track.
It's gonna
Um,
have to be two
that's just
teams that are coming
that's
off a bye.
what's the travel? How long is that on a plane?
It's
Does anybody
20.
know?
So my buddy just went there and it was 22 hours.
Direct?
Yeah,
it
22
would
hours direct.
That's like a
it,
whole day.
it would
And then
to
you're
be honest,
so fucking jet lagged.
it would almost make more sense for them to play in Australia, play in London, and then come back to the States.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Or it's like if it's week 7, it had to be two teams who are on a bye in week 6 and you're like, "All right, you leave out Sunday."
Right.
Like you leave out the day of the game. So this way, by Tuesday, you've caught up on your sleep
Yeah.
because
I
there's
mean,
just
look at how I mean we won in Brazil, and that was Brazil.
yeah,
But look at how ass they were when they came back.
yeah.
And that's I mean that's good. That's our team. I mean, look at all these other teams that are going to be in the same boat. I understand you're trying to promote your game, and it's a money thing, and you want to get more fans and this and that. But at what point is like enough, or is too far too far? Like It's just
Yeah.
it really is. It's rough. It sucks, and it sucks for the players. It sucks for the fans. You lose a home game.
Yep.
But I mean,
Stupid.
it all
All right,
comes down
gentlemen.
to it. All comes down to the dollar bill, guys.
On
Money,
the
money, money.
on the way out, I'm going to give you the new USFL rules, and you gotta. I want you to just tell me if you like it or not. So we've got the first one, the 60-yard field goal is now worth 4 points.
That's stupid.
I don't hate it.
It's fucking dumb.
Okay.
65.
Okay.
You shouldn't get extra. Like, you don't need to. Why are you adding points? Like, I just don't.
Because it's cool, Rich.
So if you're down by now, teams that they're down by 4, they can just, all right, we're just going to kick a 60-yard field goal to hopefully tie it. Which, I mean, it's UFL. They don't have kickers who can kick that far.
Right.
So whatever. But no, I'm not a fan of.
All
Hey,
right.
let's give them a +1. Like, no,
All right. So they're adopting the college rule, 1 foot and bounce.
like that.
Okay. Red zone penalties revert to the half the distance of the goal. Anything inside the red zone.
I'm fine with that because
I like it.
it's like, all right, well, you're basically giving them a score. So yeah, half the
Yeah.
distance makes it more realistic.
Yeah, I didn't know
for both teams. It's like you get too much of an advantage on the offense when it's
All right. No, they've eliminated the tush push, which is whatever. No punting inside the 50. So if you have the ball on your opponent's half of the field, no punt.
no
Oh,
punting.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And then the overtime rules: 3 alternating attempts per team from the 5-yard line. That one seems.
I don't like that.
That's ticky tack. Yeah.
All right, you're right. And then after touchdown options, for 1 point, you can kick a field goal from the 33-yard line. For 2 points, you can get the ball on the 2-yard line. For 3 points, you can try to score from the 8-yard line.
It's easier to score from the 8 than it is the 2.
Yeah, you have more field.
Yeah, it's dumb. I don't. The scoring rules are stupid.
Yeah,
I like pretty much everything
the numbers
else.
got to stay the same.
The numbers have to stay the same.
Okay.
But I do love the fact that there's been no talks at the owners' meetings or the coaches'
About the
meetings
tush
about
push?
the tush push this year because they
Ah.
were effectively stopped. Man, that's so fucking crazy.
That's
Oh
great.
my
Yeah, how
God.
did that go? Huh.
That's wild.
Player safety, my fucking ass. This is why the NFL is a fucking joke. All bullshit artists. That's all
Yeah,
they
because
do.
when everybody else did it, it wasn't that big of a deal.
No.
No.
And then they realized they were like, yeah, you know what? Nobody ever got hurt. We're gonna hope maybe they'll forget about it. Maybe they won't run it anymore.
That's great. Final thoughts, gentlemen.
Final thoughts. Man, spring's around the corner, boys. Just hang tight. Hang tight. That's all I got. The days are getting longer. The sun will be shining down on us baseball season. The smell of fresh cut grass and dew in the morning, not just fucking snow. I can't fucking wait, dude. I cannot wait. Give me that 60-degree morning and let's just call
It's
it
coming
a
next
day.
week, Rich.
Is it? I thought we still had a few more weeks, says the
We've
fucking
got snow on Monday, I think.
nice.
But
Shut
by
up,
next
Jim.
weekend, it's gonna be like 50 pushing 60.
That's
That
it.
goddamn clairvoyant fucking badger or whatever the fuck it is. What is he? Groundhog.
Punxsutawney Phil,
Oxitani Phil, that
a
clairvoyant
badger,
fuck.
groundhog.
Yeah,
Rich?
groundhog, badger. I mean, they're all the same. They're
Rich,
rodents.
do we need to go through the animal tree?
Dude, I just gotta stop drinking THC drinks, and I'll remember what the fuck his name
Whoa,
was.
yeah, I can. Unfortunately, I cannot partake.
I know, Joe. Goddamn
Sorry.
seagulls.
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
That's well, gentlemen, I'm gonna share something with you from 15 years ago.
Ooh,
That is an image of the Spectrum 15 years ago
Wow.
as it was being dismantled and torn down.
Oh wow.
Sad.
Just the outdoor skeleton. You can kind of see
The stairs.
the concrete steps. Just I mean, I would venture to guess that that's a place that we've all been. We
Yeah,
may not
man.
remember it, but it's the one thing I do remember from that. I remember one of like the teams that my dad would coach in basketball. I don't know how it happened. I don't know why it happened, but he had an opportunity to go play down there. Like take
That's
a team
awesome.
down there and play on like a completely random off day afternoon. But I remember being able to go down and be on the court and play, and it was just wild. But that was just cool. It was just something pretty nostalgic. I came across a video too of Inside the Vet, which was also kind of fun to watch. The snarly, you know, South all the South Philly nostalgia from 1978, and
That's
like
awesome.
it was just cool to kind of come across those couple things today.
I
Dude, the vet
remember
is classic.
watching the Philadelphia Bulldogs roller hockey team at the Spectrum when they had a fucking roller hockey team, dude.
Nice.
Ah, memories. Memories
That
on one.
place was the sound for games and for concerts.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
It felt like you were like literally like right on top of the action. I mean,
The
it was
Cool
a
State
special
Spectrum.
place.
Yeah.
It's a special place, between
Oh, for
that and
sure.
the vet, the cracks in the upper level, and the rodents running around, and everybody taking a leak or taking a shit in the toilet or the trash can. I mean, hey man, Judge Seamus. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, man. The
Easy.
shitty ass turf where the Ravens decided that they didn't want to play that preseason game because the turf was so
Joe, I
shit.
wouldn't have let your mother play on that field.
I know. But
I would have.
the sounds though. Shot rolling. Rico
Dude, that was the
Bronya.
worst.
Uh,
But hey, you know what? That was a hell of a home field advantage.
Yeah, it was.
it was.
Yeah, it was.
All right, boys.
We're drunk on broad. You stuck around, you fucked around, you found out. I'm Rich, Don, Joe. As always, thanks for tuning in. Fuck Spike Eskin and all those other dickheads that I normally name. Go
Go
birds,
Birds.
go Phils. The weather's warming up, baby.
Go Birds.
Go
Snow on
Birds.
Monday.
Snow begin.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.